Hi, going live. This is really just for fun. I do this live. I go live for my classes, but I never actually just get on and um, go live for all of you people, just to be me and say hi. So I don't really have a lot to talk about other than literally just saying hi, letting you know who I am, introducing myself. If you follow along with me, I'm so grateful for that. Um, I see a couple people watching. Say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know who's here. I think the reason I really wanted to start live classes is so that I can interact with people. I kind of live out in a little more rural countryside area, so it's about 45-minute drive to town, which just means it's a lot harder to connect with people. And so I'm trying to start a platform here to connect with you guys and find out what I can do to help you. So please say hello. Let me know you're here. I started Move More channel just because I want to encourage you guys to find ways to move more. And Bree, Justin, there we go. We got people saying hi. Justin's on lunch. Paul Davis, hi, how are you? Bree, I love that you love my classes. It's been so much fun doing these classes for you guys. And like I said, I'm really just here to find ways to help you move more. So if there are things that you want to do, Shelly's here. Hi. This is why I want to do this. I love when people start talking to me and I can talk back. It's just, like I said, this is a big reason I'm doing this. It is slightly selfish because I need to interact with other people and I need to have more of a social outlet. But with everything going on and with some health concerns that I have, staying at home is more appropriate for me. So I am trying to find ways to talk to you guys and get out there and put myself out there. And yoga and Zumba is how I've started that. I danced in high school, I danced in college, and I coached, and I was always just surrounded by people all the time, always people. And after I got out of dancing, I realized how lucky I was to be in the situations I was in because I had like personal escorts, private, not personal, but like the dance teams I was on had escorts. And so I always had like plenty of, always arm width apart from everyone and didn't realize how much I appreciated personal space. And where am I going with this? I'm just blabbering right now. But so getting out is a little bit more challenging. Paul, yes, you talked about the inversions and shoulder stands. That's tough stuff. So I would love to get started on that. How I'd like to do that is I'd like to just kind of slowly move into it. I think there are some people who want to do it, but get a little bit nervous about just going straight for it and possibly putting strain on the wrong places. So on Saturday, this week's class, we're going to slowly start progressing and moving into some of those more inverted, the inverted bicycle pose, for example. It's a great one. It does so many beneficial things. Crow has been a big goal. Crow, that's a good one. These are all, see, this is why I wanted to do this. There was a reason. I'd love to start hearing from you guys and how other things y'all want to do. It is so great to have wants and to have goals and to know that like it's going to take time to get there and it's going to take mastering a few things before you can fully get to that full in-depth pose. Like for me, garland pose is really a challenge. Paul wants to learn more about inversions and learn more about the feet. Oh, the feet are just incredible. Like what you don't understand what your feet do for you every day and how much weight they bear. And so any kind of extra love and support we can give to our feet is great. And I definitely don't do nearly enough in my practice personally, like literally stretching of the feet and of the toes. And, whenever we first stand up and we start grounding ourselves and we're really spreading our toes, like you don't naturally spread toes. So it definitely just makes your body move and feel differently. And like when you literally are thinking about spreading your feet and stretching your feet out and like all the different muscles, like I wish I could retain more of everything that I learned in my classes because like the anatomy that we went through, the basics of things, like it's just, the more I keep teaching, the more I can continue to learn. And that's, for me, that's how I learn, is by teaching. Like I can be knowledgeable, but the more I teach to you guys and the more I talk about it and the more I'm able to because each class I'll find a pose, and before I do that class, I go and I learn everything I can about that pose. I read what I can. Doesn't mean I retain it all, but I try to find a few different things that I can focus on. And then that way it helps me remember. So these are great. The inversions, learning about your feet, the crow pose, like these are all great things. And I'm so grateful I just randomly decided to jump on here and say hi to you guys. I'm so glad you guys all started chiming in and talking. So again, I kind of going back to me and who I am. I coached high school dance teams and I choreographed for a company and traveled through Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Got to travel to New York a few times and help with some stuff out there with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So either way, I guess I was getting at, I was used to being in crowds growing up. And now that I'm a little older, I still like being around crowds, but I do like my personal space. I do like to have my yoga mat and my space on my mat, which is just why I think I kind of came back to the yoga practice and kind of came back to Zumba and dancing. So I love dancing. I can't, every time I start doing choreography and start learning, I just have a big grin on my face. I'm smiling and it's pretty fun and it's a pretty big reward for me. The sun is so bright out here today. I cannot believe how. Oh, Paul, thank you so much. Where are you from, Paul? He's just being super kind on here. Thanks for always sharing and inspiring. Awesome. And you rock. That's so great. You rock. It takes people like you to keep me motivated and keep me doing these things. So I'm so grateful I can help and inspire one person. I think the hardest thing about yoga is it's something I've been doing for a long time. And other people just literally are intimidated by the word yoga. And they're just like, let's just stretch from Canada. Oh, I love my Canadian friends. And it's intimidating because every body is different. Literally, like everyone's bodies are different. They move differently. They stretch differently. So it's really important for me to stress to you guys that when I get into a pose, you're going to look different than me. And that's okay. You should be proud of that. You should just be proud that you're on a mat or you're doing some kind of movement, because just that's what slows us down is when we stop moving. I mean, literally and physically, metaphorically, all of the goods. So it's really great that you guys are trying, you guys are here. You have to be proud of yourselves for at least just tuning in and saying hi and being active. I think people, especially right now, are getting caught in a rut and they're getting caught in finding more negative days. And I'm right there with you. I have those problems too, but it's super nice to get to come onto social media and to see people. And I've been so fortunate to have kind people just being nice left and right to me. So it's been super great. I hope I can do more of these chats. Like I want to just sit down and talk to you guys because it's really difficult when I'm teaching. I'm so focused on what I'm teaching because everything I do, I have a lesson plan. I know what I'm doing, so I'm focused on that. So when people start saying stuff, it's just a little bit challenging to break focus. But you guys are why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. So, Paul's, I've done private yoga classes and had a bad experience. That can totally ruin you. I get that. And I think as an instructor and as a teacher, like I'm not focused on as like I have a plan, but when I see, and I love seeing people too. So like I do offer online yoga classes. I do Zoom classes one-on-one. That way I can actually watch you and I can show you and see what you're doing. And I can kind of help show you what you should do to modify it for yourself. Because again, every body is different and some people need different things. And it's, I think hard for teachers and instructors to be like, no, this is what we're doing. And if you can't do it, then sorry. And that's not what this is about at all. Another great example, my mom went to personal trainer, and this personal trainer, in my opinion, totally my opinion, was just totally into their own ego. And yeah, I can push people, I can motivate people, but like not looking at my mom who has never really done much of a workout before. And so he like took from his advanced skills and didn't take them back down to the basics. And that's what I think is so important, is about coming back to the basics. And that's why I try really hard in my classes to, it's nice to ask your yoga students what we would love to work on. Exactly. And that's what it is. I want to see how I can improve your interpretation of yoga and how I can help you get excited about it. Because yeah, if you go to a yoga class and you come out of it the next day miserable, why would you go back? Like, that's no fun. So being able to customize it for people. And, you know, and it is live, and I do have my own lesson plan and I try to follow it, but I do have different poses. Like instead of just having one pose, I have modifications. Like you can do it this way, you can do it that way. Just because I do it this way doesn't mean you do it that way. And just because I do it this way, maybe you can do it better than me. I'm definitely not the best yoga instructor out there, but I do think I have a passion to actually help you on how I can motivate you, because that's what this is about. It's motivating you to move more. That's it. Like, you don't have to be perfect. Just get off your butt from time to time and move a little more. I am hoping I can continue this channel with other things that I do throughout the year. If you can incorporate beer, that would be great, Justin. I hear that. And I want to offer like individual like party classes, and that way I could totally associate that. I know there's a lot of legality stuff to go along with it, but like you've heard of wine yoga, and it's like, all right, we're in this pose, so let's take a step. I would totally be into that with some beer. Oh, brewskis, man. I miss good beer. Boulder. I lived in Boulder for a year and had like 20 breweries at my fingertips. And I drank a little bit more than I probably should have, but it was a good day. It was a good time, good year. Anyway, Bree enjoys champagne during a class. And that's what it's about. It's about finding ways to enjoy this, you know, like, sure, the word yoga might be intimidating. Sure, trying to reach for your toes might be a different feeling that you're not used to. But if you can incorporate champagne, you can incorporate beer. I personally don't see anything wrong with that. I do 100% respect the practice and 100% respect the tradition behind yoga. And I honor that. That's why I think I try to not get away from the word yoga, but I want to bring more people to the practice. And I think there are people who honor it, respect it to a T, and that is discipline and that is respectful. And I get that. And then there are those people who just throw it out as a fad, as a word to try to get attention. And that's not the best way to respect a tradition or a practice or beliefs of how people believe and what they believe with yoga. And like I said, the history and the culture, it's just so immersed and it's amazing. And if you can gain something from that, you should. And there was so much that I learned when I did my yoga teacher training, and I was very grateful for it. But I also do think that you can show respect, you can be honorable, but you can also find a way for you to enjoy it as well. Pretty much that's that. Anyway, Paul, Bree, Justin, it was so great. Shelly, so great to hear and see all of you guys. I would love to start doing this like once a week. Just jump on, let you guys get to know me a little bit. I think that it's easier to follow someone that you kind of know than just a total stranger. Because I think you start perceiving them as a certain person when you don't get to talk to them like this. And I want you to know me and know the real me. So I will definitely keep working on ways to practice and get into the inversions, and keep working on the plows and the feet and crow. So keep following along. Keep sharing. I am needing to get to 100 followers. Sorry, it was a private yoga. That's awesome. Yeah, that gardening, that's a little weird though. I'll leave you alone while you're supposed to be at the class. Anyway, but that's what I really hope I can show you guys and invite you, what's the word? Into my home, but via the webs. I have a great garden outside. I love gardening. Before we moved here, my husband and I built a 8,000 square foot greenhouse. Aw, thank you for moving more with me, Shelly. I love that. Anyways, my husband and I had an 8,000 square foot greenhouse. It was an aquaponics greenhouse. And we grew lettuce commercially for our state, and as well as other produce and things. And I have a video that I want to post up sometime to show you guys. I know I'm trying to find my audience, but I'm just like, know me, get to know me. This is all that I've done. And so I'm kind of all over the place. But anyway, so gardening is a huge passion of mine. I think it just kind of goes hand in hand. Those who are interested and passionate about their food and what they're putting in their bodies, they're also passionate about what they do for their bodies. And that's why yoga and gardening and usually go hand in hand. But I would love one day to host retreats out here. Like, yeah, it's just this beautiful property right next to a lake. So have so many goals and things that I want to do one day. But anyway, that's it for now. I cannot believe I've rambled for 15 minutes. Thank you all so much for joining me again. I hope to do this again next week and just keep getting to know you guys and follow along on Saturday. Tell people. Oh, thanks, Paul. This is super great. I love meeting new friends. Anyways, have a great rest of the day. Follow on Saturday. Tell your friends and family about this. Help me get to 100 followers on YouTube. That way I can get a more personalized address to make it easier to find me. You guys all have a great day.